Have you ever thought about the last song played on a piano? This summer, I embarked on a frightening journey, up a lonely river and into the heart of darkness. Into my loft and through the whole history of my art school portfolios. I knew it wouldn't be a comfortable experience. Unusually for us, Mrs. Peach and I found ourselves apart for some 10 days, leaving me alone to face some demons. I remembered it had not been a terribly cool start, my art school career. It took me years to find my creative conviction in there. To begin with, I was floundering. Monday. Had a seminar on mime this morning. The mime artist was exceptionally good, especially at really making it look as though he was climbing a ladder. I was nearly thrown off both my art school courses. Firstly, because I'd already found my creative conviction, and it wasn't with what I was studying at art school. It was music. I was distracted by the start of my artistic life, personally. And although these tapes, might seem impossibly primitive to you, technically and emotionally, these things are the fossil record of my creative pilot light and motivation. Switching on. I tried different musical instruments as a kid, and they all sort of mystified me. And then out of nowhere I found myself sneaking to my mother's old piano, putting notes together to see what they sounded like. Those early recordings had something crucial in them that my art school work at the time did not. Confidence. Toddler confidence, maybe, but I had conviction about where I wanted to be and
what I wanted to be doing.
I had a creative instinct. I had a bit of an ear and a bit of an eye, but I hadn't had much experience to draw on to make emotionally truthful marks. And it showed. I was young.
I hadn't yet learned how to think creatively. But as they sort of took the young pup me to bits, it kind of put me back together again. I realised that what I was learning would apply as much to music as to anything else.
It can be painful, honesty, vulnerability, having a go, facing quite how bad your early work might be.
Eventually, though, through sheer practice, my design marks began to get better.
Eventually.
I left with a pretty good degree mark, but man, I had to work at it. I'd forgotten until this summer just how far I had to go to get to the beginning. As I got out into the professional and unglamorous creative world, it would actually take me much longer to build on my instinct as a music artist to find my mature creative voice as Momo Tempo. It's taken me that long as well to understand why art school was absolutely the right place for me to be educated. Because it teaches you how to think.
The world needs us all to think a lot more like artists if we are to realise new worlds, new futures, new songs and stories of us.
Something that art helps you practice, which you can appreciate more when you're a little further down the road, is the experience of death. And what comes after it? I wonder. All of us longing for change, hoping for some things that seem impossible. I wonder whether a key learning is knowing when to retire an idea. Decommission a sacred artifact that is no longer serving us.
It might be big infrastructure, old frameworks, old habits, or simply the idea that you're still the person you were a long time ago.
It can be impossible to imagine, perhaps, taking that sacred thing to bits. But it's okay. It's life's way. Because there's something that can only come after death. Rebirth.
For 2 weeks in his street there was a piano, said my friend. Never saw how it arrived, or how it met its end. A symbol of enlightenment, of discipline and skill, of metronomic craftsmanship, material and will. Teak and ivory and ebony and inlaid brass, 88 fingers on your shoulder, at a grade 1 music class. for centuries. Things move us. Immovable we place on them candles and Christmas cards, sandwiches, pints of bishop's mace. But as they sound our songs of searchhood, they shape more than motherland. We extend our very selves into the relics in our hand. Sometimes a thing is beautiful, has held a sacred space, did come from higher hopes, some holy light upon our face.
Oh. What? Nickis. The Queen's Hall. Is that the other half? Yes. DM. That is balcony. Look, it's a balcony seat. Nickish. Balcony. Unreserved. Wow. Yeah. This is history, man. This is ticket number 204. Wow, I'm taking history out of this piano.
But nothing is immovable. Deep strata to sunray, the very landscape's shifting low, can move beauty.
Brass things.
To block our way. I sit and watch the sunset, still wait from edge of skies, wondering how I must descend if I am at last to rise. Death may have no ritual, no songs, no sacred text, but only after can a new beginning whisper what comes next. Light may be a splinter. Sacrifice may not come fast. Still, faith may be the only tool to dismantle the past.